stream. This one's going to be about the confirmed reasons of gang stalking, confirmed reasons and things like that. I'm gonna tell you what it causes, like I said before, and I'm going to show you um, the post that I posted is actually from a direct source, Conspiracy Theories USA. Um, yeah, Conspiracy Theories USA. They posted, a reason for people to be targeted. They were specifically talking about, um, agents, like, CIA agents. The reason that they would target them. Um, yeah, let's get to it in just a second. All right, so we're going to go with causes targeting and gang stalking and the reasons that they do it, and what they can get from it. And these things stem from. I'll talk about that later. But let me get to this post. All right, so Conspiracy Theories US. In 1996, a CIA report titled Behavior Deviation Under Surveillance noted something surprising. Agents were hardest to control not when they acted out, but when they was silent, when they went silent. The first stage of exiting the system isn't rebellion, it's disengagement. The first stage of exiting the system isn't rebellion, it's disengagement. The first stage of exiting the system isn't rebellion, it's disengagement. The moment a person stops arguing and simply stops responding, you felt it too, haven't you? The less you explain yourself, the less others' opinion seems to matter. The second habit, moving slowly. In a world obsessed with speed, the real threat is the one who pauses, who looks before answering, who doesn't rush to agree. Because these people notice. They're not swayed by ads, pressure, or social expectations. Slowness isn't laziness, it's a sign someone is waking up. The third habit, losing interest in what's normal, the noise, the news, the usual distractions. When an agent stopped caring about headlines or small talk, the CIA flagged them. These are CIA agents, right? The CIA flagged them. They were drifting out of the program. They were put under close watch because inner detachment is a threat. They were put under close watch because inner detachment is a threat. They were put under close watch because inner detachment is a threat. You can't sell anything to someone who no longer wants to what everyone else does. Want to know how far you've come? Open your feed. If you feel irritated, bored, or even repulsed by mass content, you've already exited the compliance phase. I'm gonna say that again. Open your feed. If you feel irritated, bored, or even repulsed by mass content, you've already exited the compliance phase. I'm gonna say it again. If you feel irritated, bored, or even repulsed by mass content, You've already exited the compliance phase. Now, the real question is, are you just checked out, or are you building your own reality? Now, this is I'll show you. I'll show you the post if you haven't seen it on my page. But this is directly from, um, you know, Conspiracy Theories US Instagram page. Now, the fifth thing they say is, and yes, these people are the dangerous ones because they don't want to go back. They have nothing left to prove. The old life no longer holds them. And if it doesn't hold them, it can't control them. The CIA didn't fear enemies, it feared its unpredictable own. And that's exactly what you're becoming. Now, I'm going to go through this, right? I'm going to go through this with the things that you, because this is what I've already said. I just seen this post today, this morning. It's a post by Control Society. He posted it. I screenshotted it. Shout out to him. But this is what they're saying. The CIA admitted it. A person becomes inconvenient when they develop these three strange habits. Check yourself. So this is like how I've been said. This is why you're being targeted. This I've been saying this. I seen this post today. I've been saying this. I've been saying this for the longest. I've been saying this. When you disengage, they don't like that, bro. When you disengage, they don't like that because you don't become a person touchable. You don't become a touchable person. I mean, somebody, you know, in other words, you don't want to go to parties no more. That can't be a way they get you up out of here. You know what I'm saying? You find complete disengagement from these things, complete disengagement from stuff like that. That can be a reason they want to get you out of there. Like it ain't like you want to go to parties or clubs or stuff like that. You want to be in the hood or something like that, but you can't because a certain thing holding you back, like you trying to make a certain amount of money, like or you got kids or something that you just can't do it every day. You can't be in the hood or be in a club, be at a party every day or every weekend, and it's holding you back. No, you have a disengagement from it. This is why I tell you, and even in music, this is what they're talking about. This is why I tell y'all the reverse effect of, you know, how some of y'all still listen to music. I'm not telling y'all not to, but that's the reason. That's one of it's doing something to you. It's doing something to you. That's it. It's playing into a percentage. If there's a percentage in the music that you're listening to that's hurting you. I don't care if it's good music. I don't care if it's any type of music. I mean, specifically, you know, I've heard people say they listen to, you know, super gangster rap. You know, when dudes that be having five unalive people that they unalive, five people they unalive or something like that. Like people be listening to them and stuff like that. Like, bro, that's not okay. It's doing something to you. It's you might not want to believe it, but I don't have anger problems because of that. Somebody can't play a subliminal song and I get mad. Like how they say a song, oh, you ain't never did, like in songs they'll be playing like, oh, you ain't never did nothing, you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't never sold this, you ain't never sold that, you ain't never been in the trap. You know what I'm saying? That stuff used to get me angry. But when I stopped listening and I became myself, it stopped. This is stuff I've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all this stuff, bro. I've been telling y'all this stuff. But I'm gonna go through um, you know, 1 through 5 of, you know, the specific things that they were saying that I've been telling y'all. Like this, I just seen this post today. Like you use logistics, you get the answer to everything. Once you use logic, use logistics, you get the answer to everything. Right? So in 1996, a CIA reported title Behavior deviation under surveillance. Noted something surprising. Agents were hardest to control not when they acted out, but when they went silent. The first stage of exiting the system isn't rebellion, it's disengagement. The first stage of exiting the system isn't rebellion, it's disengagement. That's exiting the system. That's what's going to make you a target. You literally don't want to do certain things. You don't want to buy certain clothing, or you know, the regular society, people that aren't targeted, even if you buy nice clothes and stuff like that, I guarantee you have your limit. The regular society does not have their limit. They need the 2022 BMW, the 2023 BMW. When it's 2023, they need the 2026 BMW. When it's 2027, they need the 2027 BMW. When it's 2028, they need the 2028 BMW. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this will make you an extreme target. This will make you an extreme target. And this live was supposed to be about why people don't believe in gang stalking. I seen this post this morning. I made those posts yesterday. I do that live stream about why people don't believe in targeting. I do that live stream probably tomorrow. But I basically already said it in the post. People don't believe in targeting, but it was legal to unalive a certain demographic of people less than 200 years ago. Less than 200 years ago, it was legal to unalive a certain demographic of people. And you thinking they ain't running and people thinking that they ain't running psychological warfare on people. I've never heard nobody say what I just said. That's the truth. But I've already said that. But yeah, that was legal at a time. You get what I'm saying? That's gonna be a funny live stream. That's gonna be a real funny live stream. But people don't believe in that stuff, you know, and the fact that, I mean, I wouldn't believe that it was legal to unalive a certain group of people if it wasn't in my history books. So I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? I kind of get it. But the fact that that's in history books and people don't believe, people just think the world normal now. Like the world just like it ain't, you know, like don't nobody hate nobody and this and that. Like people think the world just normal now. No, there's people that's normal. Some people don't. Some people ain't like that. Some people is a lot, actually a lot. You know, but yeah. In a world moving slowly, in a world full of speed, the real threat is the one who pauses, who looks before answering, who doesn't rush to agree, because these people notice. They're not swayed by, excuse me, I'm not a perk, but they're not swayed by ads, pressure, or social expectations. Slowness isn't laziness, it's a sign someone is waking up. They're not swayed by ads, pressure, or social expectations. Slowness isn't laziness, it's a sign someone is waking up. I'll say it again. They're not swayed by ads, pressure, or social expectations. Slowness isn't laziness, it's a sign someone is waking up. So what does that mean? You know how to take your time and just do things. Well, at least I do. That's why I know I'm a difficult target. Like, bro, I'm literally going around and don't take any word that I say is some targeted towards you. I don't know any of y'all. A lot of take the test for $400. Like I said, every one of my video. Nobody's paying me to come on here and say this stuff or anything. But this means that, you know, specifically for me, I don't care about anyone knowing that I stay at a homeless shelter. If you get what I'm saying, I'm doing that I'm doing that for a long time. I'll be switching from shelter to shelter for a minute until I get the amount of money that I want. That I can sit down and just do like some type of job that's have a consistent job to where I can just work like by myself, like food delivery, things like that. Oh yeah, stuff like that. That's perfect stuff for me. Yeah, that's perfect stuff for me. Um, but yeah, like it's stuff like that that'll make you a target. Like you not caring what others think. You know what I'm saying? That's not caring what other people think. I even put that in one of my Instagram bios. In my Instagram bio, I put that I'm a homeless shelter. Like I'm homeless, shelter traveler or something like that. Stuff, but I deleted it. Due to child support reasons and stuff like that. But like, um, yeah, like it's just sad. Like that's the reason that you're targeted. I've been saying this stuff. We're targeted, but I've been saying this stuff. I've been saying this stuff. They try so hard every time, everywhere I've been. Like everywhere I've been, they try so hard. Psychologically, to get me to, you know, leave places that I'm not paying rent. Or paying an extremely low amount of rent. And I've been to multiple, different shelters and stuff like that. But you know, that's the reason for it. Like that's the reason that you're targeted. You don't care what other people think. And I see that characteristic in a lot of y'all, but that's not the only reason. That's not the only reason. But you see that. Hold on. Let me show you that what I'm reading is not a joke. Mine is a mental illness. God is my witness. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. And the reason that I'll get back into this in a second. Or matter of fact, let me keep doing this and then I'll get to the next topic. Um, and the third habit, losing interest in what's normal, the noise, which I just kind of said. Losing interest in what's normal, the noise, the news, the usual distractions. That's social media. When agents stopped caring about headlines or small talk, the CIA flagged them. They were drifting out of programming. They were put under close watch because inner detachment is a threat. You can't sell anything to someone who no longer wants what everyone else does. Inner detachment is a threat. You're not, if you're a target, I'm pretty sure you're not around people much at all. Like, that can make you detach. Like, that can make you detach. If you're a target, I'm pretty sure you're not around people at all or, anything like that. Like, it can make you detach. If you're a target, I'm pretty sure that you stay to yourself. That is inner detachment. That's when you become a threat. I've been saying this, and I just showed you the article that I was reading from that someone else posted. That the conspiracy theories US posted and someone else posted. This is real stuff. This is real stuff. So when an agent stopped caring about headlines or small talk, the CIA flagged them, losing interest in what's normal, the noise, the news, the usual distractions. When an agent stopped caring about headlines or small talk, the CIA flagged them. Now I'm not saying an agent. This is what they're talking. They're talking within their organization. You know, they're talking from within their organization. Yeah, they're talking from within their organization when they say that. They're talking about their agents. I don't mean to say their name on here and stuff like that, but I just had to show y'all that. Yeah, like I just had to show y'all that. But yeah, like this is what makes you targeted. And I've been like I said, I've been saying this stuff. I've been saying this stuff. I've been saying this stuff since I started it. Since I started making well, not since I started making YouTube videos, but just recently, like some months ago. And look what it's saying right here. Because I use logistics over intelligence. That's my quote. That's my line quote. Logistics over intelligence. The noise, the news, the usual, oh, losing interest in what's normal, the noise, the news, the usual distractions. When an agent stopped caring about headlines or small talk, the CIA flagged them. They were drifting out of programming. I know I keep saying the same thing, but I'm trying to get you to understand what's going on. They were put under close watch because inner detachment is a threat. Inner detachment is a threat. And I see a lot of targets, like that post like, bro, I definitely don't be around people religiously. Like religiously. Like I don't do it religiously. Like that's something that I just don't do. Like I don't hang out in crowds on purpose. I don't do it on purpose. But I see a lot of targets post like that in that way. They're never around people when they do videos and things like that. I'm pretty sure you don't have a group of people that you hang out with because that will make me question your targeting. I haven't had a group of people that I hung out with um since I started being targeted in 2018. I haven't had a group I had a group of people that I religiously hung around with. After 2018, like 2020, I tried to get with, kind of like some family members, some people that I knew. Like I got around them like twice for a few parties, like two parties get-togethers, went out of town and stuff like that, and it just all was just unnormal. Everybody was doing unnormal things. Like they were doing unnormal things, like they were on a script or something. So yeah, that's what targeted individuals go through. That's why we're targeted. Losing interest in normal things, in what's normal. They consider normal going to a party. They consider normal wanting to be fighting to be on TV. That's what they consider normal. They consider that normal. Not taking um, the logistical fact that selling your soul is not, the layman term for selling your soul is giving away your rights as a citizen for money. That means no more trips to the grocery store. You feel what I'm saying? We can do that. They try to make us feel like we can't. That means no more taking trips to the grocery store. So if you're not making social media videos trying to get famous, you're going to be a target. If you don't have friends on purpose, you're going to be a target. Straight up. It's logic. It's simple logistics. Simple logistics. You'll become a target once you stop caring about what society. Matter of fact, even before then, I cared a little bit. I listened to music. Um, like I listened to music and things like that. But like I always had a detachment. So for me, it was about me not being around people. Like I listened to music and I got influenced by it. Like I got influenced by music a little bit, but it was all about, my detachment. Like I'm not around people to get smoked. I don't go outside. I'm a target. I'm not around people to get hooked on some type of drug or get some type of real influence. I'm a target because of that. That's what it started with. And I've always been a person that, hey, I don't want to hang out. I don't want to do nothing. I've always been this type of person. I've always been this type of person. Unless specifically, um, one of my friends, like a few of my friends, like they used to like they used to have the girls and stuff like that. I mean, I used to have them. Like I just didn't know it. Like I was just shy. I wanted stuff like quick. I wanted it fast, and they would have the fast girls that would just, you know, do what it do. So I got in a couple little situations with them. Like, but they would have the fast girls that would do what it do. So I would hang around them, but it was only for that reason. It wasn't even to smoke weed. Like it wasn't even to smoke weed. It was only for the reasons of they would have the fast panties. They would have the fast panties to get to. Like they always had a girl house we can go over, a girl we can go pick up, and I had the car. So and after that, it was just, I wouldn't say I was fake. I just was always kind of, woke of not being around people. You know, because people are dangerous. But yeah, once you detach, you become a target. And they're saying this stuff. They're talking about their organization specifically. Now, I don't even know why. Well, it says check yourself. It says check yourself. So I guess they're posting it to refer to a regular person. If you do these things, if you don't engage in society, you know, like you don't not just want to, you don't just stay away from parties for no reason. You have a reason. You don't stay away from clubs for a reason. You have a reason that you do. And it's a dangerous reason. The reason being those places being places of danger and things happen there. Like I stay away from music. I stay away from listening to music for a reason. It influences my mind. Because if I take my headphones off from listening to the most gangster rapper in the world, and I hear indirected conversation about somebody not being a gangster, I'm going to get angry. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I stopped listening to music. I've always been on and off with the music thing, like especially listening to it, like on and off, just listening to it. But I've always been on and off with it. But what I'm trying to tell you is that is what's messing you up. You know, it might help some people if you don't let that stuff influence you, I guess. But it has an inevitable way because it makes you feel good. If it makes you feel good, something's going to make you feel bad. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling anyone what to do. But let me get to the next thing. Um, Want to know how far you've come? Open your feed. If you feel irritated, bored, or even repulsed by mass content, you've already exited the compliance phase. What a lot of targets say. I'm not complying with the system. I'm not complying with the system. I'm not complying with the system. Yeah, that's right. Want to know how far you've come? Open your feed if you feel irritated, bored, or even repulsed by mass content. You've already exited the compliance phase. Let me tell you something, right? I don't even scroll my Instagram. One reason I don't scroll my Instagram is because they're hacking it and hacking my timeline to show me certain things, literally. I think they even hack the captions of others. Like, you know how Instagram has the caption? I don't even scroll. It gets so aggravating. Plus, all I see on there is what I want to see, for sure. All I see on there is what I want to see. Just IG models and stuff like that. That's all I want to see. But that's a way to influence me too. Oh, I want to go. I want to go get my thing wet now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't even scroll Instagram. I don't even scroll YouTube. They hack that. Yeah, they hack my YouTube timeline. They hack my YouTube timeline and try to send me certain messages and get reaction from me. Yeah. Does it matter? No. No. Because the people that's doing it don't say they not doing it. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, like I don't even. I'm pretty sure some of y'all don't even use social media. If you do, um, that's a way to anger you. Like you see why I don't be so angry. I don't be angry at all because I don't use social media. Haven't you seen posts that have nothing to do with social media at all? That say don't use social media. That say, oh, this helps you not using social media. These posts have nothing to do with gang stalking. They say not using social media helps you. That's a way to, that's a way to anger. That's a way to anger. Social media is a way to anger, especially when you know they're hacking your timelines from your YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, sending you the perfect frequency to make you angry, sending you the perfect hacked timeline to make you angry. To make you angry. And I refuse to believe an AI is that accurate. It's not that many targets in the world, bro. We probably got somebody assigned to us for it not, because it's not that many it's not that many targets in the world. We could literally have a person assigned to us every day, hacking us every day in our timeline. Of course, they're connected to alphabet agencies and stuff like that. So, yeah, like that's what they do. That's what they do. I don't know why people don't believe in gang stalking. I got one comment. I don't know if y'all can see it, but yeah, I think y'all can. But the motives of gang stalking are manifold. At the lowest level, it's money, and then the more admin level, it's control. At the most deepest levels, it's about energy vampirism, shy, and praniforming. Yep, you're correct. You're absolutely correct. I say these things on my platform. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. At the lowest levels, it's money. At the more admin level, it's control. Specifically on those two parts right there. Yeah, because money will have people do anything. You know, money will have people do anything. That's why I say these people are being compensated. They have no personal problem with you. I went like I would say, well, since 2018 to like 2023 or 2024, I went thinking that these people that I was thinking that everybody that um, I was thinking that everybody that was around me, I was thinking that everybody that was around me, um, I was thinking that everybody that was around me, everybody that they sent at me, or sent around me had a personal problem. Everybody that perked me, I was thinking that they had a personal problem. And that's where a lot of people, a lot of targets, that's where we fall victim to. Thinking that people have personal problems with us when they're being compensated. People are going to do anything being compensated. They're going to do anything when they're compensated. You know, they don't have a personal problem with you. They don't personally hate you. The perps on the street. I know I say this in a lot of live streams, but that goes with that comment right there. At the lowest level, it's money. At the more admin level, it's control. Yeah. I mean, I don't really go for any type of control unless, I just know they're being compensated. I don't go for really any type of control unless I'm in orange or beige. And that's where, and in only in orange and beige will I be controlled. Only in orange or beige will I be controlled. Orange, beige, or stripes will I be controlled. And that's just what that is. I don't know how they can make that happen, but hey, it is what it is. But that's the only way I can be controlled in that environment. But yeah, like it is what it is. But yeah, it's definitely about compensation. People are compensated to harass, just like it's not. I didn't grab common sense to 2023. It's not common sense thinking that people are following you around um, to personally tell you that they hate you. It's not common sense for people to follow you around to personally have an indirected conversation in front of you. No, they're being compensated to do that. This is a system. FISA 702, third party companies, um, FISA 702 abuse, I would say, third party companies. It's, yeah, get it right. You know what I'm saying? It's going on. Like it's happening. Like this stuff is happening. I got told this stuff would happen. I ain't get told that I would be followed around. I got told that people would not like me having what I have going on. Then I was getting followed around and harassed. Excuse me. But yeah, that's the truth. So, but yeah, it's definitely compensation. People are being compensated to follow you around and do things like this. You know. So that's why I stopped. I stopped having a personal problem. Like I stopped thinking that they had a personal problem. I stopped. Just started ignoring. Like I started ignoring. Like it's no point in giving it any attention. There's no point. There's zero point in giving it any attention. Because they're working for the policeman. Anyone following you around to have an indirect conversation in front of you, to do whatever psychological warfare that you think is being done to bother you, is working for the policeman, bro. Imagine putting psychological warfare tactics on a gangster. Hey, that gangbanger is doing a psychological warfare tactic. Hey, that Instagram model is doing a psychological warfare tactic. No, they're working for the policeman. They're working for the policeman. And I say it like that because it sounds so funny. Like the policeman. Like, yeah, they're working for the policeman, bro. Oh, what it causes? Gang stalking can cause um, many embarrassing confessions. Many. Because the thing is, you walk around thinking that this is some type of cult. Matter of fact, you walk around thinking that the whole world is watching and listening to you, except for when you tell the truth. You know, they dispatch these citizens, they dispatch citizens to do directed conversations in front of you, to make you think to make you think that those citizens are listening to you in your privacy. Which, say two IG models do an indirect conversation in front of you, you would think that they're watching your whole life. That would make you extremely uncomfortable. It would make you extremely uncomfortable. But no, they're not doing that. They're not giving those people that type of technology. They're not giving those people that type of they're not giving regular citizens the technology to surveil, use hidden camera surveillance and things like that. They're not giving that to regular citizens. So it's just the policemen, alphabet agencies that are in your privacy. And I have to say that every live stream, because it'll lead you down the wrong path. If you think, I was gonna say the right path. Yeah, it'll lead you down the right path if you're thinking that, only alphabet agencies are watching you, instead of you thinking that it's them and people that you care about watching you in your privacy, things like that. You'll go down the wrong path. You know, you'll be talking to yourself on the street. I'm not saying this is what happens to junkies. Uh, we don't know why they talk to themselves on the street. It could be drugs or anything like that. But this targeting stuff can have you legitimately talking to yourself on the street, walking down the street talking to yourself because you think you're being listened to by the world. You think the streets are bugged. You know how NFL mic'd up, like how they mic the field up. You'll think that. And you'll think everybody important listening, or people that you care about listening. And if you say something wrong, they gonna clip it, and like they gonna hear you say something wrong and clip the part where you correct yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, they trying to really mess with your mind. Only alphabet agencies have that surveillance type technology, listening to people technology, in their privacy. That's why regular citizens have been reporting hidden cameras being inside of Airbnbs and reporting it to the news station. Literally. So that deletes um, those reports of hidden cameras being Airbnbs, citizen reporting hidden cameras being inside of Airbnbs. Those actually, you have found a truth that you should not know. You have a truth that you should not know. And from those posts, you should know that Airbnbs, not Airbnbs, that you should know that your friends and family and co-workers, anybody, you should know they're not surveilling you in your privacy. They can receive scripts to act if so. They can receive scripts to act as so. You know. Seen another content creator. I'm not gonna say the name, but one that talks about narcissism. Seen the content creator talk about narcissism, and he specifically posted a video that showed a man on the toilet that has hidden cameras. it was like a 10-minute video. I'm gonna say, matter of fact, I go to say he's a big content creator. Narc Survivor, right? Narc Survivor posted. I'm not saying he's a fake content creator, but Narc Survivor posted. Um, he posted a what do you call it? What you call it? Where the front picture it shows the thumbnail. The thumbnail showed a man on the toilet being watched. Like having it showed a man on the toilet with hidden cameras around him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they tell you, bro. Like I don't care if the CIA is watching me use the bathroom, bro, because that's who it is. You feel what I'm saying? And that's so boring. They're probably not even doing that. But that's the only people that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you got certain people out here that you know, whether they unknowingly or knowingly promote paranoia, induce mental illnesses. It'll have you responding. This targeting stuff will have you responding to yourself. You know, talking to yourself and responding. Oh yeah, I ain't mean to say that. Saying something. Oh, I ain't mean to say that like that. Oh, you know I ain't like that. Pause. You'll say something by yourself and then say pause or something like that. Like, yeah, bro. This induces a mental illness, bro. It's also the way to get embarrassing confessions. Like my childhood. You know, I thought people thought that I was like, you know, it's really the other person that was trying to act like a girl, you know, when we was kids. You know, it's jokes and stuff like that. But I thought they were trying to say it was me. So they got that from me. They got that whole scenario for me. Like they got the whole scenario for me by so it gets embarrassing confessions. They got that whole scenario for me. My childhood friend used to try to act like a girl, you know, just as jokes, nothing doo-doo, you know, just for jokes. But he used to try to act like a girl for, you know, just jokes, you know, and I guess I thought they were saying that was me, you know, and subliminally, I thought they were saying, oh, I was the one doing that or something like that. So they got that whole scenario for me, you know, because they make you think that citizens are surveilling you. This is the trick that you want to be careful for. So yeah, they can get embarrassing things from you. This is what it causes. Things like that. Targeting does not warrant you to go get up and do something to somebody like Myra Mays. You know what I'm saying? It does not. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So yeah, yeah, this is what this is. I pretty much touched on both other topics that I was going to say. Unless y'all got some more comments, I'll get off of here. But I would like to say that lie detector tests are $400 plus. I'm not being told by anyone to get on here and say anything. I don't know any of you personally. I'm not watching y'all in y'all privacy. This is not a script. What else? I'm not a part of any organizations, secret societies, or law enforcement. So this is a channel that you can come to and listen to. If you feel like I'm perping you, this is where you need to check your mental. If you feel like I'm a channel that's perping you, this is where you need to check your mental. And I don't say this, I say this every live stream. You know, I say this every live stream. This is kind of a live stream to where this is a channel to where you can understand, like, hey, this person just said this certain thing, but he not targeting me. Oh, so another person might not be targeting me, but they could be targeting you. I'm definitely not. You feel what I'm saying? I'm definitely not targeting you or on here to do no perp stuff. But you gotta understand certain things. Is why I repeat them. And I'll never stop getting on these live streams, doing this stuff. This is not for this channel to go anywhere. It's just for help. It's for help other targeted individuals go through this stuff, and also keep myself sane and mental. Because I hate hearing, um, you know, people thinking that we're important enough to be, for citizens to be following us around for no reason. You know, they're not being compensated to follow us around and harass us when we're not doing anything in life. And me personally, I'm never doing anything in life. You know, for public figure status or anything like that. That's not happening. That's never happening. Everything's before that. You know, so yeah, I don't have to keep saying that. Like, it's not nothing I gotta keep saying. Like, they know what it is for me. You know, so I ain't gotta keep saying that. It's just not happening. They know. You know, I show my face on here. I ain't trying to be no what's the name, but this is to help people remove mental illnesses, which is what they don't want me to do. They don't want me. There's nobody's on here telling y'all. I guess they don't understand, but not many people are on here telling y'all, if any, are telling y'all that these people are being compensated. They don't have a personal problem, nor do they have tech, nor do citizens have technology to be watching you on your privacy. So it's okay to get on the toilet. You know, if someone from an alphabet agencies want to watch, they can. They can. They can. But they're watching from the center somewhere. They're not regular people. They probably get a suit and a badge, and nobody's telling you that. When citizens get out of a vehicle and they do a directed conversation in front of you, those people received a script. And they do that in front of you and say these directed conversations in front of you because they want you to make you think that they're listening to you in your privacy. So you can go talk to yourself. I used to say scientific method. No, it's a psychological method. My bad. I try to be real articulate sometimes, but no, it's a psychological method. It's not a scientific method. It's a psychological method. That's what's going to get you to speak to yourself all the time. You know, arguing back and forth because you hear an indirected conversation that you think is an insult, or somebody saying something that you ain't do, somebody saying something that you ain't do, but you know who did this embarrassing thing, right? Somebody saying something that you ain't do, but you know who did the embarrassing thing. Most likely uh, non-violent, right? That's what we speaking of. You know who did this non-violent, embarrassing thing. So you get in your car and you speak about it. Those alphabet agencies receive that information and give it to their entertainment companies. They give it to their, because they're all connected, bro. Like I said, bro, alphabet agencies, um channels, alphabet agencies, alphabet channels, ABC, FBI. You feel what I'm saying? ABC, FBI, CBS. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, it makes sense. It makes sense. You know, they're definitely inside of music and all type of entertainment, bro. Like that's why I tell y'all, there's a percentage that's playing. It's a percentage. I cut out that percentage. There's a percentage that music is hurting you, and whatever reason that it's hurting you, it's hurting you. I cut out that percentage. There's a percentage that music is hurting you. You need to cut out that percentage. You know what I'm saying? You need to get rid of that percentage. You need to get rid of that percentage of what it's hurting you in a way. You might not know, but I'm telling you, it's hurting you in a way. You listening to music is hurting you in a way, and I'm telling you that. That's for sure. Listening to music is hurting you in a way, and that's for sure. For sure. But yeah, that's kind of all I have really. Unless y'all want to get in the comments, I can get a little more in depth on what people want to hear. Because like I said, um, targets don't want to um, hear the truth. It's more fun. And believe me, like I was in that same situation since 2018, from 2024, 2023. It was fun believing that my ex was watching me through my dashboard. It was fun. That's a fun idea. Like, oh my gosh, they care that much? Wow. You feel what I'm saying? That's what Target is thinking, bro. Like that's what Target is thinking. We feel so important to people, but no, we're important to the system. They don't like us. They don't like us. They don't like us, bro. They try to make us feel important to people. You know? They don't like us. They don't like us at all. You know what I'm saying? They don't like us. You know? But most targets want to hear, oh yeah, everybody watched you in your house. Oh yeah, everybody, when it's only alphabet agencies, right? Yeah, everybody watching you through your phone camera. Everybody watching you take a shower. You know what I'm saying? When it's only alphabet agencies. We like to feel that important, which is fun, but it's more fun. You want to be fun and on your business. It was fun to me, but it was just fun. When I was thinking like that, it was just fun. Now it's fun, and it got me on my business. It's fun, and it got me on my business now. So this is what you want to have. You want to be on your business and fun because you'll be stuck. You'll be stuck doing whatever you do, not telling you not to do it. I don't know any of y'all personally, but I was focused on for a while. I was focused on just making music. For a while, I was just focused on making music, and that stemmed from me thinking that you know somebody was expecting something from me, or people wanted me to do something, or something like that. That was my thinking. That's what I was expecting. You know, but that that had me off of my grind, and nothing ever came from it. And I didn't really do much, but in that time of not doing much to get get in a certain position. Um, in that time of not doing much to get in a certain position, I was, you know, I was stuck, not making money, just focused on the wrong thing. I was just focused on the wrong thing. Oh, yeah, and focused on since me wanting to be somebody, uh, a artist. I was focused on not working inside of a restaurant. I was focused on not working retail. I don't want to be an artist. I mean, I don't want to be. I didn't want to be seen at a restaurant, and I want to be an artist. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, so once I started working, which I started back working in like 2023, I started working at a restaurant. First, it was delivery, food delivery. I wasn't really hiding that, but it's better than working at a place and you trying to be an artist. So I started food delivery. I mean, I started back once I stopped wanting to be an artist and stopped caring about it. Um, I would say around August of 2023. Um, I started working a restaurant job. I started working fast food because I didn't care anymore. That's when I said, okay, like I don't need that. Like that's not something that I need. You know. But yeah, I'm just rambling. I guess this is what people want to hear. But targets don't. Targets want to hear the most craziest things in the world, bro. And I wanted to hear that too. I wanted to hear that, since 2018. I wanted to hear that. Targets want to hear the most craziest thing, bro. Targets want to hear the most craziest thing, bro. Like they want to hear the craziest things. I don't want to repeat myself, but like citizens invading their privacy. They want to hear that, you know. Well, I used to want to hear that, and Targets want to hear that, not knowing what it does to their heart. You know what I'm saying? It do something to your heart when you think citizens are surveilling you in your privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like it does something to you. So yeah, it's fun to be playing around thinking, oh, everybody listen to me. Everybody listens to me in my privacy. Let me say a joke while I'm completely alone. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me say a joke while I'm completely alone. Oh yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But no, it's about the truth. Alphabet agencies are surveilling you in your privacy and dispatching citizens to act as if they're surveilling you in your privacy. So you be responding to their tactics with your voice. Like it could be simple as a car getting into another lane, and you go to a whole story, not even about a car. You say that story out loud. You know what I'm saying? Probably not. I mean, but you get the psychological method of it. It's still targeting, still fun. They still singling you out and targeting you. You feel what I'm saying? They still singling you out and targeting you, bro. So it's still fun. It's still fun. Like they picked you to be on the list to where I think it's only hundreds or thousands of people, and they picked you. They picked you to pick on and bully and harass. It's still fun. It's still people following you around on purpose. Just know they're not doing it without compensation. They're not doing it without compensation. They're not doing it without compensation. They're not following you around because they personally hate you. No, that's not the reason. They're being compensated by alphabet agencies, third party companies. How you want to put it? Shadow government. Where you want to put it at? Who? Oh, Hollywood? Alphabet agency. Straight up. Straight up. I just sit here and just ramble, I guess, and just, just go go all over the place and talk about targeting and stuff like that. I'm bored right now, really, but I like to have people to, you know, I like to have something that people can come and listen to. I remember me just having to sit outside and drink all day and smoke weed and beer and have to be outside at a place that I was at, having to be outside, and these binge watching these and nothing else, binge watching these and nothing else would get me through my day. I'd watch multiple videos, multiple live streams of targeted individuals, and it got me through my day. So that's why I do these live streams. It's just great. I feel great by doing it. Just myself, because I know I'm getting someone through their day. I know you might be making money from your phone somehow. That's how I was doing surveys, sitting outside, uh, you know, doing surveys, sitting outside, smoking weed, drinking beer, making a few dollars a survey, probably 50 cents a survey, 60, 75 cents a survey, um, you know, from an app and stuff like that. Like just answering questions about products and things like that. Just having to sit outside, and it got me through my day. And this was what I would listen to. People just speaking of gang stalking. Our videos just talking about gang stalking. It got me through my day. So that's the reason I do this stuff. But yeah, um, psychological methods. Psychological methods. It's the reason that you're being gang stalked for sure. Be happy. Be happy about it. Don't be happy about being gang stalked, but if you are having fun about laughing at gang stalkers and stuff like that, you know, have fun with it. I don't have any mental problems. Um, I announce both sides. I get into both sides of plausible deniability. I understand. Oh, I got another topic to talk about within gang stalking. I understand. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm sitting here drinking too, but not much. Mix a little bit with some juice. Tastes just like juice. But yeah. what I was gonna say about the next topic about gang stalking. What I was gonna say about this gang stalking stuff is honeypots, like honeypots. Don't let like it bother you. Don't let it bother you. The people that you want to stay talking from, like say you walk in a store like Dollar General or Family Dollar, you know, a small big store, right? And somebody walks in behind you. You know, you can basically tell everybody that's in the store. Somebody walks in behind you. Those are people that you don't want to talk to. Those are definitely perpetrators. And I just seen that today. Like I just seen it today. Like I just seen it. Like they're perpetrators. They're being sent there on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's just like it's just like ignore that. Don't don't them people you don't want to talk to. Like cause they'll and they probably won't even they'll probably you'll probably go up to one of them and they'll just probably be like no. Like just to like demoralize you. And I ain't asked for no number. I usually don't. You know what I'm saying? Or I probably do. But when I do, I get it and I get it going. You know what I'm saying? But it never happens with somebody that walk in the store behind me. Like I don't want to. Like I don't even want to talk to them. They walked in the store behind me. Like as soon as I walked in. I mean, sometimes they can be good. Sometimes they can be good. You know, sometimes that can be good. Like if you just trying to get your rocks off, like that can be good sometimes. That could be good sometimes. Like sometimes that can be good. Like you know, you can have somebody that been probably real stalkers. Like some people are real stalkers. Like you can have real stalkers. So you got to know the difference, right? You know, if they looking at you, approach. In a way, if they looking at you in a way, approach, right? For real. Like you got a honeypot looking at you in a way, approach. If they walking in behind you, they ain't really paying you much attention. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the difference. Like, cause it's like they want to demoralize you, but it can be good in a way. Like you can have a real stalker. You know what I'm saying? Or like somebody that you go to a store all the time or something like that, and they always be looking at you or something when you walk in there, and you go to a store all the time. That person can be waiting for you to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Or they or they see you always walking to the store or something, and then they walk in and they smiling or something at you. Like you can speak to them, especially if you just trying to get your rocks off. Like that's what I be trying to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what I be trying to do. I ain't trying to do nothing else. It be so simple for me too. Like I don't have no problems when it comes to that stuff. Now I do run into honeypots that try things like after sex. You know what I'm saying? Like they try things afterwards. They try situations afterwards. Like they'll have you spending a lot of money and stuff like that. That's why I don't really deal with it. I try not to at least, but they'll have you trying to spend money and send them this and that, all of that. Or these alphabet agencies and their third party companies will be hacking you on these apps to send you certain people, all of that stuff, bro. But you can deal with a perp until they want you. If you want to deal with a honeypot, deal with a honeypot until they want you to spend some money. And I'm just gonna keep it real. Deal with a honeypot until they want you to spend some money. When that time comes, because usually it's sex first, right? You feel what I'm saying? So when they try to get you to do all the shopping and this and that, that's when you want to just like you want to just let it go and then start over with that or whatever. But you know, there is honeypots. Sometimes we get them pregnant. Like I think my baby mama was a honeypot. You know what I'm saying? A real deep cover honeypot. That's what I think. I think she was a deep cover honeypot. That's what I think. I think she was working for an organization. You know, not to mention the fact I met her when I was doing a period of probation, like a year of probation. I couldn't smoke weed or anything like that. I was just on my own track. I was on track, saving money, stuff like that. But no, I did get on social media to. I got on social media. I got on those dating apps to meet a girl that I can, have sex with. Sex. I mean, so I got on the dating apps for that. So I did kind of do it myself, but the way that she was sent to me and the way that it was just so simple, like it was so simple. It wasn't simple, but the conversations never go that fluent. Like I never want to talk to people as much as people never want to talk to me as much as I want to talk to them. Or it's never the same. Like we just texting so fluent. I was saying jokes and stuff like that, stupid jokes. Like I'm talking about dumb jokes. Like and stuff still happened. Then the first date, she was like, "Oh, I wonder how our kids would look." I'm talking about on the first date. So from that date, within 3 months, 2 months, 2 or 3 months, she was pregnant. Yeah, within like 2 or 3 months, she was pregnant because it was the first night. She looked good. So I wanted to like, I was already kind of doing it. It was, I'm talking about badass, like I'm talking about bad females I was messing with. I was just leaving it. I was leaving it in her every time. But I think she had like one of those minor STDs, like gonorrhea or chlamydia. One of us did. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. Um, yeah, one of us had gonorrhea or chlamydia. So that didn't really work out. But I was leaving it to her every time. But after that's when my baby mom came. She not as bad as her. But yeah. They be trying to send me subliminal messages and stuff like my baby mom pregnant again and stuff like that. Like, okay, that's her with 2 kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's not my problem. I don't care. And I'm worse. I don't care even more when I'm sober. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I care when I be caring about stuff. Like, I don't care about no, I don't care about no female leaving me when I'm drunk or high. That doesn't matter. Drunk, high, sober, it's the same thing. Like, bro, that's so stupid. That's like a piece of candy, and vice versa. You feel what I'm saying? A girl care about me leaving when I'm like a piece of candy. Like we're all people. Just go get another one, right? You feel what I'm saying? So, logistics over intelligence. Intelligence say, oh, well, this person look like this and that, and y'all person, and they look like this, and y'all had this conversation, and it was just such a nice atmosphere, and that's what intelligence tell you. Logistics tell you if somebody leave you, if a person leaves you, just go get another one. Logistics over intelligence. Logistics also tell you to bring a lion 300 pounds of meat and leave it right there until they finish and they won't attack you. Intelligence will tell you, oh, don't act scared of the lion. Intelligence will tell you, oh, don't act scared of the lion. They want to attack you. They gonna attack you if you don't bring it food. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so the logistics over intelligence. Logistics over intelligence every day, every time. Logistics beats intelligence every time. Every time. But yeah, it's just great me so much. Like it just taught me so much. It just taught me logistics, everything. It taught me logistics. It taught me everything. You know what I'm saying? Like it taught me everything. This gang stalking stuff taught me so much. That's why I say it's pros and cons to it. But back to the relationship situations, like yeah, they'll try to send me messages like, oh yeah, we listen to every indirect conversation and directed conversation that's in front of us. So they'll try to send me messages that say, oh yeah, she pregnant again. Like, okay, I left and I haven't seen her in like 2 years, and I left. So it's like I don't care, and it doesn't matter. Like I don't care, but that's her with 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that's actually not good. Like that's not good. I mean, not in a way like that. I'm not in a way like that. But like how would you I don't know. Like I'm not talking to anybody with 2 kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like it just depends though. It depends. It depends. But it's just like it makes her much more believable. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's, the the pussy is good. Like it just make it's you still can get left and more simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that bitch over there ain't got no kids. Let me go do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like so, and that's just for other people. I don't know how. That's another conversation. That's another conversation. But yeah, you know, I'm uh, just on here just talking, just freestyling this, gang stalking, talking this stuff that y'all should logistically know and stuff like that. Keep in mind, this is all I focused on. This is a channel that you should come and listen to. I'm giving you the logistics and the only possibilities. You know, I'm giving you the logistics and the only possibilities, the only culprits. You know what I'm saying? The only culprits, only possible culprits. Police, alphabet agencies. Oh, it's Hollywood too. Alphabet agency, police. That's who that is. Dummy. It's them. Hollywood don't control nothing. These cults, no one controls nothing, bro. Bro, who was that? The Epstein dude? Didn't they arrest him, bro? Didn't the police arrest Epstein, bro? The police also arrested our president. Bro, the police control everything, bro. Laws control everything, bro. So yeah, that's who targeting you. And this ain't nothing to push to the side. Why you think ain't nothing being done about it? Why you think ain't nothing being done about it? When people talk about gang stalking, people report gang stalking. They call in and say, "Hey, I'm being gang stalked." They go to they do a civil case. "Hey, I'm being gang stalked." Nothing's being done about it. Why? Because the people that's gang stalking them is the police. Oh, it's Hollywood. That's the police. That's police, bro. I'm telling you, it's logistics. As a matter of fact, it's not logistics. Bro, it's documented. That's why I say that. It's documented. They have a hip hop police. Um, um, it's been way too many coincidences, bro. It's actually documented. They're well in. Police are well in. Why you don't see none of these record labels getting, people getting arrested from there and stuff like that? the execs and stuff like that. You think it's just because they don't do nothing? Nah, the police is well into these entertainment agencies, police, not entertainment agencies, record labels, ex-police is in that, ex-CIA, all of that, bro. All of that, all of them in there, bro. All of them in there. They're inside of them corporations, bro. No disrespect, it's just logistics. You think they finna have some secret going on? Undercovers in rappers' entourages and stuff like that. You think they finna allow secrets? Huh? You think secrets are allowed? It's probably sexual secrets. You think secrets are allowed, bro? You think secrets allowed? And you think secrets are allowed in this world? Only thing they hiding is the polar bear chicken in the bunker. You feel what I'm saying? That's secret. The polar bear mixed chicken. You feel what I'm saying? That's a secret. Everything else, no. There are no secret societies without there being police in them. They even got security to cover that stuff up. Police be rapper security. They got security to cover that stuff up. Right in your face. You talking all this gangster shit. Motherfucking security used to be a motherfucking cop. Not a recent situation. I've been saying stuff like this, but excuse me. But yeah, they're cops, bro. Like within that, you think all that, bro, that's crazy. Once I noticed that, I kind of lost interest, which I never really showed interest. Nor did I never really showed interest. I lost interest, but never really showed interest in that. Showed interest meaning do things to get a record deal, like make a song, make a mixtape. Never done anything to get around those type of people. Never will now. So that's just what that is. I believe in that not being a godly thing. I believe in that not being godly. That's not godly. It's not right. Working of iniquity, swaying the masses to do things. It's not right. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that ain't right. That's natural. That could be done every day. I can have a different, you know, girl in my bed every day. That's natural. We were born with, sexual, hormones. You feel what I'm saying? We were born with that. So it's just like, you know, I know God say marry though. I prefer doing that, but in these days and ages, it's like sometimes you really can't marry nobody that you really want to. You gotta it's another thing. You gotta take control. You have to take control of your relationships, so you ain't no perp. You gotta take control of your relationship, so it ain't no perps. If you make a certain amount of money, you pick your girlfriend. She can't be briefed and indoctrinated into that society that they're in, that's targeting people and stuff like that. It's a lot of people that's not involved with that. It's a lot of people that is. I wouldn't say it's a lot of people, but it's a lot of people not involved with that. There's a lot of people not involved in, being honeypots and sent to spend people money and make them broke and stuff like that. It's a lot of people not involved in that, bro. It's a lot of people not involved in that. A lot. It's a lot of people not involved in that. You know? It's a lot of people not involved in that. Like, you have to control that. You have to make money. I've heard other people say this too. Like, people want to. I heard somebody say, like, they want to get enough money to just date OnlyFans girls and like make them theirs and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you can do that. You ain't even got to do that with. You just take patience. People don't have patience, bro. Ooh, people don't have patience. People do not have patience, bro. They don't. People do not have patience at all. People don't have patience at all. At all. They get a certain amount of so say example of no patience. Say a person works somewhere and get $1,000 check every 2 weeks, right? Guess what they're doing? They spending 500 on some shoes. They ain't saving that. People don't have patience, bro. People don't have patience. They don't have any patience at all. They don't have patience. That goes with what I was saying in the beginning of the live stream. In the beginning of the live stream, I was just telling y'all that people don't have patience and patience and not caring for what society thinks will make you a target. Like I said, I stay in a homeless shelter, bro, and I plan on doing that for the next 50 states. Staying in a homeless shelter, well, not all 50 states. I shouldn't need that much states. That'd probably be like I can get about 60K in a year working in the right places. I get about 60K in a year, 70K in a year. Because I do that, then I just move over to a job that I want to do. If I give me a job at Amazon in any state, driving as an Amazon driver in any state, I'll be staying there. Like, for sure. Or like a UPS driver or something like that. I don't want to drive them huge trucks, and it don't really matter to me though. But yeah, I definitely be doing that. I like UPS outfits actually. Like, that shit be fine. That shit be fine. That shit be looking tough for real. I be liking they outfits and stuff. But yeah, I get me an Amazon driver job. I'm staying in that state. Or a UPS driver job. I'm staying in that specific state. But if I can't, um, the amount of money that I make will allow me to pay someone to give me their food delivery service app. I can get a girlfriend and get her a car and tell her to get it and get her insurance and tell her to make DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and she just work while I do all those apps and and yeah, and I just do all those apps and just continue to make money like that. But people don't have patience, bro. They don't have patience. People do not have patience, and that's something I love. Targeting should teach you patience. It should teach you a lot of things. It should teach you a lot of things. It should teach you a lot of things. Targeting should teach you so many things. Like, it's just great. It's just great. Like, I wish I knew this stuff earlier. Like, I wish I knew to get a job and just save money. Like, if I had a job in high school or something like that, and I wasn't worried about shoes, I was worried about shoes, and I was trading shoes. I have every nice shoe there is, like all of that stuff. Like by trading them and selling shoes, get another pair of shoes. I just had the nicest things to do to that. I had the nicest things to do that. But yeah, people don't like patience, bro. People don't understand patience. And if you look at what I was just saying, I don't even want to go back to it. But if you look at what I was just saying, like if you look at the stuff that I was saying before, I just said this post, I showed y'all the post of what I was talking about, the post from Conspiracy Theories US. They showed why they target agents of the CIA, like their own, and that's from detaching. They don't like the media anymore. They stop listening to news articles. They stop listening to that stuff and they become a target. And I've been telling y'all that. You can't say I haven't, because somebody say I haven't, I go and pull it up. I was telling you this. I was telling you this, that detachment will cause your targeting because you not in the club no more. You not in parties no more. And you doing it for a reason of you not liking it. You know what I'm saying? You found the goal. Like with me, the only reason I would go to a party, and I can count on my hands how many times I've been to a party. But the only reason I used to try to go to a party was to get a girl and talk to them, or do the do, pause, have sex, But I realized I don't need a party for that. That's something that can happen when you walk in the store and see a store clerk. That's something that can happen when you walk in the store and see a store clerk. When you walk in the store and see somebody, so that was the reason. I had a reason, so they knew I wasn't finna be at no parties no more, so they couldn't, uh, you know, set up a way to do something to me. They hate when you can find something good, someone good. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure you're talking about relationships. If you're talking about relationships as a target, how you have to find somebody good is you have to have your finances together. You have to have your finances together. How you can find somebody good. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I'm going to do, but it's like every time I get in a relationship, right? It's like every time I get in a relationship, it's almost like they choose it. For an example, right? How they choose your relationship, a perfect example of them, it's kind of you. It's kind of you, but a perfect example of them choosing your relationship is a dating app. That's a dating app. You feel what I'm saying? The perfect example of them choosing your relationship is getting on the dating app, swiping left and right. You match with a person, and then now y'all dating. They could have sent them. So what you have to do is, I'm not gonna tell y'all what I'm going to do. Is kind of it's kind of right and it's kind of not right. You feel what I'm saying? It's right, but it's kind of not right. But it's a definite go, right? So you have to have your finances. You have to have your finances together. You have to have your finances together to get in a relationship. Like you have to. And I say this so you can talk to anybody, offer them any date, whether it be the super nice restaurant, you can offer them anything. You have to be able to offer uh, things that people can't resist. Even if you look good as a target, you have to be able to offer things that can't be resisted. You have to offer things that can't be resisted. That's how I'm doing that. I'm not gonna say how. It's so simple. It's so simple, but I'm not going to say how. But you know, my relationships, I've been with some, like I said, I've dated women that went on to date NFL people, sleeping with them, sleeping with artists, women that sleep with artists, I've dated them. Women that sleep with NFL players, I've dated them. NCAA players, women that sleep with them, I've dated them. But I've noticed that it's never really, but outside of them, it's never really like some beautiful, like just gorgeous girl. It's never those. So I figured I have to give up something they can't resist. Like if a girl ain't got a car, you feel what I'm saying? And like she pretty is like it's too many pretty women in the world, right? Like, but if a girl ain't got a car, like that's what I have to give them. And I kind of just gave it up right there. But that's not bad. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's not bad. Like in order to I've heard somebody say this on a live stream. It sounds so controlling, but in order to just have somebody that's not a part of that, because everybody ain't a part of it. People can be indoctrinated in it. Well, not indoctrinated. They can be mind controlled into targeting you. In many ways. In many ways, a girl can, they can make a girl leave you. Let me tell you how mind control work in a better way that everybody will listen to you, right? Say your girl work at a restaurant or something, right? Or anywhere. They can make a girl leave you by making criminal looking people come to her job and look at her a certain way, like they after you or something, and your girl will leave you because of that. That's how they can do that. And there's also other ways. You feel what I'm saying? There's other ways, but you know, like that'll be hard for some people to understand. But since you know that, you'll be able to control that a little bit. Like when they say they do that right there, you can just put in her mind, hey, you not no criminal or nothing like that. You ain't never sold no drugs or nothing like that. You ain't in no type of gangster trouble or anything like that. But that's how they can do that. That's called mind control right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That might not have been the best example. CIA and mental health prostitution rings. Yep, that's for sure, bro. That is for sure. That is for sure, bro. Like that's for sure. Like that's what they do. Like this is what they do. Yeah, definitely. Cause like that's what they send me. Like people that's like on Facebook. Like the girl I was talking to, the one I was intimate with the most, right? Just recently. Like we would just be, doing it like every week. She'd come over, like I send her an Uber, send her a Lyft, and she'll come over wherever I'm at. And we was most intimate, recently. Like and like she was posting after I stopped talking to her, I ain't really want her no more and stuff like that. I went back to her Facebook dating profile. She was posting like her in like a thong and stuff like that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, she kind of seemed like a girl. She got her own spot now. She ended up in a homeless shelter for a little bit, like for you know, like a month or two. But she got her own spot now. So, like, she like, like she kind of, it seemed like she kind of do stuff like that. She was kind of talking about that in front of me. Like she was playing the movie's Players Club in front of me, and like she was saying like you know, that's what she do. You feel what I'm saying? Like she was saying stuff like that's what she do. Like she was saying like, oh, She liked to be a HOE and stuff like that. She was saying stuff like that. So yeah, they do send that stuff your way, and it's to get you to be spendable. You know, her stuff is good though. She just don't look good. You feel what I'm saying? Like she got a nice body and stuff, but she don't look good. She don't look good. But I'm done with that. It says these people, the CIA started 9/11 for a race war against the Muslims too. Problem solution pattern. Yeah, that's for sure, bro. That's for sure. They admit to a lot of things, bro. They do. Yep, they do. They do. That probably is true. That probably is true. Like I wouldn't doubt it. Like I would not doubt that. That stuff I don't really look into. But I would not doubt that. I don't look into it because I already know. Like I already know they like that. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta know, bro. You have to know the world, bro. Like you have to know these people. Like they're very, very corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I don't even like to call them that. But yeah, like they're corrupt, bro. I just like to stay out of their way. I only had to mention their name because of that post. Like it makes so much sense. But yeah, I like to stay out of their way. Like, oh, I'm not telling y'all to. I'm not telling y'all not to research it. Ain't no wrong with researching it. It's on the internet. They put it out there. Yeah, like so. Not telling y'all not to research it, but yeah, that's definitely believable, bro. That's definitely believable. It's definitely believable. I'm getting quiet too long on here. I get quiet too long on here. I don't like getting quiet. I like for people to binge watch these live streams. I want to have to keep talking. So if you trying to drown some noise out, like I don't mess you up drowning that noise out. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just trying to think of something to, I'm trying to think of something to, talk about gang stalking wise. But yeah, like they definitely set a lot of situations up like that. I really go into like the other things, stuff that have to do with them bothering people that ain't even bothering people. And like some people, they forced to be looked at. They force people to look into what they're doing. I'm a high priority target. Literally sucks going out and about and out and about now compared to like 4 years ago. Yeah, I am too, bro. But listen, this the thing. Thank you for saying that. This is how you get over that. You have to identify who's doing it. That's how I like. I'd be happy. I'd be happy going out, but it actually gave me a reason. Due to them doing that, it made me find all the reasons that going out was wrong. So it was great, but I like going to the store. I like going to the store now. Like I like doing that type of stuff because I've identified who's doing it. I've identified the groups that these people are working for that would follow you inside a store, that would follow you inside a mall or something like that. You know, I've identified who's doing that, and logistically, it's only the policemen. The people are working for the policemen. They're citizen informants. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they're so much more ignorable. They're much more ignorable knowing that they're citizen informants. They're ignorable now. They're ignorable. I used to be messed up about it. I still am sometimes. Sometimes I still have a shortness of breath. Like I still be, you know, like that. Like I still have a shortness of breath sometimes. But they're working for the policemen. Like when people follow you into the store and they, indirected conversations, and you just feel overcrowded. You feel like everybody targeting you. Those people are working for the policemen, bro. So I used to think they're working for like some type of cool corp. They're working for policemen. They're citizen informants, trying in hopes, saying they're citizen informants, meaning they're working together to try to push someone into the house, to try to push someone out of the community, to try to push someone into committing a crime. So that's what lets me know that there's no other reason that I say they're working for the policemen, but that there's no other reason. I say they're working for the policemen because they try to get people to commit a crime. And I say they're also working for the policemen because that's the only logistical thing. We're unknown people, we're not public figures. Those people are working for the policemen. You know what I'm saying? So I got more comfortable. Like I got way more comfortable knowing that people are, the people that sit around me, they're not sitting around me by some type of cool cult criminals or anything like that. Nah, bro, they're sent. They're policemen. They're policemen. They're handlers. Probably policemen. They work for policemen. That's how you have to. That's only the logistical thing. It's the only logistical thing. It's the only logistical thing. They're working for the policemen. Shadow government, whatever you want to call it. Third party companies connected to law enforcement, whatever you want to call it. They're working for the policemen to try to push someone into committing a crime, and induce mental illness. As simple as that. So I really just stopped caring. Like I love going out now. Like I love going out. Not going out as far as like going to a club or going somewhere. Like I can even go to a restaurant. But imagine being at a restaurant with your significant other, right? And somebody having a directed conversation that's bothering you. Like that's terrible. I ain't really been doing that like in a minute. I think yeah, I did go to a restaurant. I've been on a date like probably like 2024. That was the last time I've been on a date. 2023, 2024. Just hearing any conversation. Like you listening in for every conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like you start to listen in to conversations that probably ain't even indirect conversations, but you gonna think that regardless because every word, you feel what I'm saying? They've sensitized you to pretty much everything, bro. They sensitized you to pretty much everything. But yeah, like this stuff just great, bro. It's not great. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying it should be happening or anything like that. I'm not saying it should be happening. I'm not saying it's a good thing. But there is pros and cons to it, and yeah, like you know, it's just great. Like I love this stuff. Like, I actually love it now. It was making me mad. Like it was making me angry. Like oh my gosh, these people are they are part of this. They're part of this cult that's just viciously taking women away from me, and I can't get no girlfriend, and I can't even go in public without them harassing me. But then I got logistics, and I started saying, "Oh, I'm blaming gangsters for psychological warfare." Hmm. I'm blaming. I said, hold on, let me step back and look a little bit. I don't like not being able to go out in public, and I don't feel comfortable going to the store and stuff like that because cool people following me around and stuff, when they're all police, right? So, I just had to really think, like, I'm blaming gangsters for psychological warfare. Imagine thinking a gangster can do psychological warfare and know to do it to you. And what gangster follow a person around, track a person down to do nothing to them, just to wear a certain color or play certain music in front of them that says a few words, and then they get out the car and it don't say nothing. It just send you a certain messages like the last words until they slam the door, until they slam the car door, and the last words say like it send you a message like or like just some stupid stuff, bro. You know, they be trying to like, now that I got over that. Oh, once I figured that out, they next tactic. Once I figured them out, their next tactic was to threaten me with incarceration. That's what that was. You know what I'm saying? Once I figured out, oh, these people in informants, they working for the people that they send around you. Once I figured that out, their next tactic was to threaten me with incarceration. Why was their next tactic to threaten me with incarceration? Because I figured out that everyone around me was, not everyone around me, but people that participated in this program. This program was ran by the police and not a cult. You know what I'm saying? Like they might have handlers that's telling them to do certain things. They don't even understand what they doing. They know who they doing it to. They handler might be a cool person or something like that, but they handler the one that know they working for the police. It might not even work like that. They could be directly working for the police. It could be a probation program. It could be a community service program. But they're definitely police, bro. They would have been said, "Oh, gang stalking is a problem." They've arrested people for stalking. They haven't arrested people for gang stalking, bro, because they're doing it. That's who's doing it. Them the ones who doing it, bro. Like they're the ones who doing it. So there is no good. There's no good um, team or anything like that. Don't let them fool you with that. There's no stalkers, good stalkers, unless it's a girl following you around trying to give you something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a good stalker. That's a real good stalker. But besides stalking you down to have a good indirected conversation in front of you, a good directed conversation in front of you, something that tells you good about yourself. They're just trying to make you. They're just trying to, work it in, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this is a 2 hour live stream. Um, yes, I'm gonna be off of here. I love all y'all. Y'all just listen to what I say, bro. And if it can help you, if what can help you, if what I what I say should help you, if you have any positive ego about yourself, it should help you. Because now that you know that informants are following you around, citizen informants, instead of you thinking that there's some type of fan or some people that know we're just citizens. We're not public. We're not even public figures. You know what I'm saying? So if it helps you, like, yeah, that's who's following us around. It's citizen informants. Because what really bothered me about people following me around is me thinking that they're like cult members or friends of cult members or something like that. That really bothered me. Then I had to get to the logistics. Plus, I be in states where I'm completely unknown, and I'm unknown in my state. I'm unknown in the state that, logistically, all citizens are unknown in their state. I'm unknown in the state that I grew up in, bro. Of course, we're citizens. That's everybody. I'm unknown in the state that I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not public figures. We're not public figures, so we're unknown. So when I move around and it moves to every city with me, that let me know, like, oh, that's the police informants. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times we feel like, and a lot of times we gotta understand that everybody ain't targeting us, even if they do something purpose. We just don't like the way regular society works. We don't even like people having a conversation around us. So you gotta throw in your plausible deniability. But gang stalking is definitely real. You gotta put in your own plausible deniability every time. But gang stalking is definitely real. Definitely. For sure. I've been going through it since 2018. Never said it was fake. Ever. See it every day. Every day. Everywhere I go, I've never said it was fake. Organized stalking, gang stalking is real. Organized harassment is real. They're not just stalking. You feel what I'm saying? They're not just stalking. Stalking is hiding in the bushes. Stalking is hiding in the bushes, bro. Stalking is hiding in the bushes. And no, bro, they're organized stalking, organized harassment. They're harassing you too. So that's how I knew it was the police. Plus, how I knew it was the police is the police. Me being in the penitentiary or something like that. Me being in there is the only way they can take my disability check. And I know that, like, the person that gave me my disability check, that told me I'll be receiving it, that went ahead and processed me for it, told me that a lot of people weren't once like me having my disability check. That day I went home, the day I realized I was gang stalking. So, yeah. Like, if you sell drugs, the police like you. You feel what I'm saying? Because they can always get you. Like, that's why. You feel what I'm saying? If you're doing something good, if your money good, the police don't like you. What that rapper say? At Giovanni, Payroll Giovanni. Somebody else was playing this song. Matter of fact, I used to listen to this song myself. What he said was, I don't listen to music at all. I just remember this quote. He said, gotta watch for them people. They trying to pin kings if they living like kingpins with some legit dreams. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't even doing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing wrong. Your job good. You go to work. You save your money. Your money just legal, and they just trying to like mess you up. They just trying to mess you up. But I'm about to end this live stream. It's been a good live stream. And yeah, like it's just been great, you know. But I love all y'all. You know, just try to use some of the things that I say and use them like you know, just try to use some of the things I say. You know, try to see what the things do for you, see if they help you. Peace out. I'm out of here. I'll talk to y'all in a few days.